Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Bryant Carpenter, Sports Editor of the Meriden Record Journal, and welcome to the dark and stormy night edition of the Record Journal Athletes of the Week. I have a confession to make. Coming up here tonight, Pete, and you may have noticed this too, and maybe it's just me. I don't know, maybe it's the weather, I don't know, Halloween's coming, but man, I felt like someone was following me, dude. I don't know, I could be a little paranoid, but I just you know, when your flesh crawls a little bit and hair stands up. I don't know, I don't know, maybe just a little nervy and antsy today. Maybe it's a new database we have, Peter. We've got a new database here at the Record Journal that we're all learning this week. Maybe that's got me a little on edge. Well, it's just time to suck it up and get to it. You kids know that when it's go time, it's go time. It is go time for the Athletes of the Week show. Week number 6, Pete, week 6, we're cooking deep into the fall season now. Regular season is winding up. We're staring at the conference tournaments, state tournaments beyond that. And we've got 2 new winners. If you remember our week 5 nominees for the boys, we had Joe Colacino for Southington Soccer getting hot late in the season. Their game today was rained out, but they'll be back in action very soon. And Joe Colacino is a leading figure for the Blue Knights. We nominated him in week 5. We also nominated Brendan Murray, Cheshire Cross Country, after he broke the course record over at Cheshire Park. And we also nominated Mr. Dominic Oliveri, sophomore from Maloney, after he won the Meriden City Meet. We've added up the votes, and our winner is Dominic Oliveri, Maloney High School Cross Country. We caught up to him on Monday as he and the Spartans were getting ready for Saturday's class meets.
Well, hello everyone, this is Sean Krofsick with the Meriden Record Journal, and I'm here with our Athlete of the Week. And it's a Maloney sophomore, Dominic Oliveri. Dominic, what are your thoughts on being a Record Journal Athlete of the Week?
It feels pretty good to be nominated first off, and then to win. It feels really good.
Yeah. Tell me about, were your family and friends, did they go out and vote for you and everything?
My mom told a few of my family members, and so my family voted for me.
Yeah. Tell me about what the season's been like for you, Dominic.
So the season, we've worked really hard this season, and I've kept breaking my record, and it turned out really well. Okay.
The highlight of the year, I'm guessing, is the city championship?
Yeah.
Tell me about that race and what that meant to you to win that.
So winning the city championship, it meant everything. It feels really good to win that, knowing that I'm one of the best.
Yeah. Because it was a pretty good race, and you got 2 more years. You can try to defend it. Is that your goal?
Yeah, I'm going to try to defend it, and
Tell me about yourself as a runner, Dominic.
Well, we work really hard at practice, and as a runner, I think I've really improved, definitely. So we've worked really hard, and it really paid off.
Tell me about the growth you've seen with this program in just the 2 years you've been here.
So last year, I heard that the year that I wasn't here, there were like barely any runners. And then last year, it grew dramatically. And this year, there's so many runners this year. So it's really grown.
And as a team, just to win the city championship 2 years in a row, that must be a good feeling.
It feels really good.
Yeah. Well, how did you guys have a big celebration afterwards?
Yeah, we were pretty excited that we won, and we all congratulated each other, and we had
Hey, Brittany. How about Coach DeStefano? Does he run with you guys?
Sometimes, yeah. He works with us sometimes and runs along with us.
Does that inspire you when the coach runs with you?
Yeah, it really pushes us and makes us see like what we're working for, and he's a good role model.
Yeah. What do you do to kind of get fired up for a meet?
So our captains really fire us up before the meet, so which gets us pretty pumped up for it.
What do you like to do outside of running?
Outside of running, I hang out with some of my friends, and
How much do you run in the summertime to prepare?
In the summertime, I ran about once a week, but this summer I'm definitely going to run a lot more.
Yeah.
So.
Did this season exceed your expectations?
Yeah, I was really looking to break 19 minutes, which I did, and I was really proud.
Yeah. So, tell me about what your biggest strength as a runner is. Is it your start, the middle, the uphills, or is it the finish?
I think my biggest strength is probably the hills, because we work so much on hills during practice that I've grown on the hills, and now I'm a really good runner when it comes to the hills.
All right, very good. Anything else you want to just add about being a Record Journal Athlete of the Week?
Not really. It
Yeah.
feels great to be Athlete of the Week.
Yeah. All right, well, that'll wrap us up here from Maloney High. Sean Crofsick here with Dominic.
Shawnee and Pete, thank you for catching up with our male athlete of the week, Dominic Oliveri. The same day, we caught up with the female athlete of the week for week 5. And if you recall, our nominees were in alphabetical order. Miss Nicole Albert from Lyman Hall Volleyball. Across town from Sheehan Volleyball, we had Sydney Hunt. And the counterpart to Dominic Oliveri, Morgan Kicklighter from Maloney, who won the city meet, the girls race. Our winner there, more math is required. Pete, you've got the calculator, plug it in. Nicole Albert, Lyman Hall High School. We caught up with her.
Well, we're at Lyman Hall. Sean Crofsick along with our female athlete of the week, Nicole Albert, junior from Lyman Hall. Nicole, how does it feel to be Record Journal Athlete of the Week?
It feels awesome knowing that I've been playing since 5th grade and all my hard work, like, I was honored with this award.
Yeah. So I saw you got a lot of votes.
Yeah.
Tell me did people say they were going to support you?
My family is really supportive, and they got as many people as they could to vote for me.
Yeah.
And my coaches and my teachers voted also.
Tell me about your season individually. How have you been playing?
I think I've grown a lot this year. Since we lost a lot of people last year, it's been like a growing year for us, so I think I've grown as a setter and as a team player also.
And as we were talking about before, I've seen your stats. The assists and the digs have gone up. What's the reason for that?
I mean, towards the end of the season, you want to work hard and try to get as many digs as you can, just try to save the ball. And I don't know, I like working hard for my team and showing the best I could do.
Well, what do you like better, a perfect set or a great diving dig?
I mean, a great diving dig is exciting to save the ball, but I think a perfect set is probably what I'm aiming for, to get a kill and then get the point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you've been playing this sport a while. What is it about volleyball that you love?
I love how you can play volleyball anywhere, club, team, at school, or just like anywhere, and you grow as a team and you grow as a family. Yeah.
What do you like to do when you're not playing volleyball? Do you play any other sports or do anything?
I play volleyball year-round, so winter league and during the summer. But I like drawing and just playing volleyball mostly.
Yeah. Well, what are some of the best drawings you've done? Anything that sticks out?
Last year I took art foundations here and I drew a self-portrait.
Wow.
Compared to I drew a self-portrait in 8th grade and it looks a lot different.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've grown and gotten better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So what do you do to kind of get fired up for these games?
We do a slow clap where we start out slow and then clap really fast, and we scream LH and it gets us hyped for the game.
Yeah, volleyball seems to be a game of emotion.
Yeah.
You guys really celebrate. You like that part of volleyball?
Yeah, I mean, when you're down, your whole team's gonna get down, but like when you get really excited and hyped up, like the whole team is ready to go and excited.
What's been the highlight of the year so far for the team?
Probably when we won a set against our rival school, Sheehan. We worked hard and we kind of were down on ourselves from the previous loss, so winning a set against them was like really fun for us.
Wow. Yeah, you guys played them tough.
Yeah.
You won the first set, right?
Yeah.
And you guys were looking pretty good that second set too for a while.
Yeah.
What do you feel your biggest strength out on the floor is?
I think my biggest strength is probably my serve. I mean, I worked really hard on my serve. I used to serve underhand. I couldn't get it over. And so I worked really hard to try to master my serve. So I think my serve is probably my strength.
Tell me about your serve. Is it speed, spin, or both? What do you have?
It's kind of like a float, but it's not a jump. It's a standing float, so it kind of just like wiggles in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it tough.
Yeah.
It kind of knuckles a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. That would be tough to return.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right, very good. Anything else you want to mention, Nicole?
I just want to say thank you for nominating me and awarding me with Athlete of the Week.
Yeah, so it's definitely well deserved.
Those were some sweet interviews that Peter and Sean did on Monday with our Week 5 winners. Light of the season, I think I'll have a sweet treat. Pete, feel free to help yourself to some sweet treats. As we move on to our Week 6 nominees, and this week was actually, it was easy to start, then it got really tricky. Because a lot of kids did a lot of good things here in Week 6. We had to start, absolutely without question, on the cross-country course with Wilcox Tech. Now, they competed in the first ever CTC meet at Wickham Park, which will be hosting the class meets. Here, go ahead, Pete, help yourself, buddy. We'll be hosting the class meets this Saturday. The demanding hills of Wickham Park hosted the CTC meet last week. And Wilcox Tech, baby, they swept. They swept with sophomore Donnie Yu, there he is, and in the girls' race with freshman Shaylin Noble. A cute little story about Donnie Yu before we leave Wilcox Tech. His coach, Dave Cronin, and I had a little Abbott and Costello moment the first meet of the season when Dave called in. Now, this is Donnie Yu's first year doing cross country, which is remarkable. He's a CTC champ. And so I wasn't familiar with his name, Donnie Yu. So Dave calls in and he says, "You're not gonna believe this name. It's Donnie Yu." I'm like, "You? Yeah, you, as in you?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right, well, let's make sure we spell that right. You know what I mean?" So I said, "You, Y-O-U." And Dave said, "Yeah, you, Y-O-U." So it actually went in the paper spelled U, Y-O-U. I'm still a little baffled, I guess. Donnie Yu, you the man this season. Donnie Yu and Shaylin Noble, nominees 1 and 2 here in Week 6. Congratulations on winning CTC championships. You will notice that I didn't get your name wrong anytime after that little Abbott and Costello moment. Okay, we move on. We go out to the football field. All our teams were back in action this coming Friday. Last week, it was the 5 teams who were coming off bye weeks. And Pete, you know what I realized after the fact? All 5 of them won. All 5 of our teams won last week. Man, they all got winning records. Lyman Hall with 3-3 on enjoyed their bye week last week. They look to go 4-3 when they host Correct Co-op this Friday. They didn't play last Friday. All the other teams did. They all won. Platt, Maloney, and Southington, Cheshire, as well as Sheehan. Big win for Sheehan down at Foran. But we thought we had candidates from all the different teams. We are going to go with Platt High School. Wide receiver Elijah Felton. Big game for Elijah in their 52-39 win over Bristol Eastern. Elijah caught 3 touchdowns. Like the first one he caught, he actually got hurt. So it seemed like he'd be done. He wouldn't be playing anymore. But he came back, caught 2 more touchdown passes from quarterback A.J. Marinelli. And Elijah, with his performance against Bristol Eastern, is now pretty much the leading receiver in the area. Him and Victor Marquez both have 34 catches. But Elijah has a couple more yards. I'm going to my magic dry erase board. He has 443. Marquez is just off. I think he's got about 441. It's that close. Elijah Felton, Victor Marquez, leading receivers. This week, Elijah Felton is an Athlete of the Week nominee. And for our third and final boys nominee here in Week 6, we go across Meriden over to the east side, where Maloney boys soccer team is they're ripping, man. They are hot. They have won 4 games in a row. And get this, the last 3 by shutout. Bristol Eastern, East Hartford, and this past Monday, Middletown. So we got to go with the guy in net. And who is the guy in net? Get used to this name because he's only a freshman. Mr. Devin Wan. Devin had 3 shutouts in as many games. Maloney is very hot going into the postseason. Look out for the Spartans. Look out for Devin Wan. Nominee number 3 for the boys here in Week 6. All right, let's just jump right over to the girls because I got this all down. We're really nailing it today. We're in a groove like this girl was for the Cheshire Cross Country team all season long, but most especially at last Thursday's SEC Championship meet down at East Shore Park. Pete was down there, Sean, Justin, the whole gang. They were all down there checking out the meet. Cheshire girls came in second, and they were led by their senior captain, Miss Rachel Kaplan. She was all SEC first team for a second year in a row after finishing fifth. Rachel, I want to make sure I get your time right. We got it right there. It was 20 minutes, 34 seconds over the 3.1 mile course. She was fifth overall, led the Rams to a second place team finish. You are girls nominee number 2. And for our third girls nominee, we go out to the field hockey field. And Pete, you know who's been hot on the field hockey field? That's right, Southington. Coach Aaron Luddy's Southington team. As we mentioned on last week's This Week in High School Sports Show, man, 3 wins in 4 days. They are 6-6, looking to make some noise in the postseason. Big goal scorer all season long for Southington, this girl, Jenna Sheehan. Sheehan from Southington. She scored 3 goals last week in that little 3-0 surge. She has 12 on the season. She was like hot right out of the gate. 4 goals in the season opener. She's got 12 on the season. Good for you, Jenna. You and the Blue Knights looking to roll into the Class L playoffs. We wish you the best, and we wish all our nominees the best, because as you see this show, we can now go online to myrecordjournal.com sports to vote. Now, to sweeten the pot a little bit, Pete, as you know, what we've decided to do is, and to sweeten the pot a little bit at the awards brunch, is to open up a contest to all our voters. As many times as you vote, you get into this little pool. The prize is $500, and the winner will be picked at the brunch in June when Mr. Jim Calhoun comes to town for us. That's a long way away, I know, but between then and now, we've got umpteen million of these Athlete of the Week contests. So every week you can go and you can vote, and every time you vote, your name goes into the pool. So go vote a couple thousand times and increase your chances. Hey folks, that's it for this week. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm sorry I was so edgy when the show started. I don't know why I was so spooked. Maybe it's just the season. Everybody, happy Halloween. I am Bryant Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal. On behalf of Shawnee Kropsic, Ken Lipshes, Justin Weeks, and my man Pete Pagwagwa, I wish you good day.